everyone. Today I'll be reviewing is brand new series just dropped on Netflix. It's called The Law According to Lydia Poet, and this series is actually based on a true story. And this series from Italy, which I had no idea because when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, this looks interesting. But if you have seen the trailer, like I was watching the trailer for this show is actually very misleading, but because actual show it is very interesting story about, because it's based on true story, and this true story is about first ever female lawyer in history, Italian lawyer named Lidia Poet, who faced many difficulties when she was practicing her law back then, which was in 1855. This story takes place in, and before I go to my review, what do I think about this show? But the actress who's playing Lydia Poet and the thing she's representing in this show, I thought this actress, she looked a little too young to play this historical character. Like she looked like, at first she looked like a teenager. That is the only gripe I have with this show. The actress is a little too young to play this kind of character. That means that this show is actually pretty good. It's pretty engaging. It has only 6 episodes, and each episode you see how she takes all this case, and same time we see how she does her investigation and how she progresses her case in this show. Very well made, especially production design. All the acting is so good. All the characters are also very interesting. We see Lydia Poet, she has very interesting relationship with her brother, and all the things she goes through in this show felt very real because it takes place in 1855. At first I was like, whoa, this seems a little feminist because the way she was facing all the difficulties. So because it takes place in, back then, I do believe it was like that, I mean, all the men didn't take her seriously. She got disburned a couple of times, and all the case she was getting, some of them are interesting, especially one episode where she was defending this woman who was quite similar like her. She is educated, smart, and yet people don't want to believe her. All the problems she faced in this show felt really believable. That being said, yeah, this Lydia Poet, this actress, it's not her fault at all. I'm not saying that, but sometimes the way she portrayed this character felt like it was little too easy and little too modern. How do I say this? Like, she felt little too modern, the way she was doing. Like, I didn't like this actress looked like a teenager, where she's supposed to represent this, figure who is the first Italian female lawyer, which is like, huge deal whenever you are telling a story like this. Although I think she did do a good job, and she is really beautiful, and the trailer was really misleading. I was reading some of the people there, like, whoa, this trailer is really misleading. So if you know that what is the story is about, it is a story about the first female lawyer in Italy, and the show is actually quite well made. Like, I cannot say anything bad about it because it's really engaging. I really like each episode. Although I don't understand why she had to investigate, because I guess she needed prove her clients are innocent. That is why. That's why at first I was like, why is she detective or lawyer? Because normally, in real life, lawyer, they don't care. They just take your case, take your money, and they move on. They do not go ahead and investigate, because real life lawyer, how they are. They're just after your money. That was said, yeah. This show, yeah, sometimes like it starts with, we see like she was trying to investigate, and which gets her into trouble. Although this show takes place in 1855, sometimes I did felt like the story was little modern, like it isn't like the time frame, or they always didn't able to capture it. But overall show is really engaging. I had really good time watching it. I was like, oh, this is a good show. I really liked how the production design was so good. Acting is so good. Some of this actor, I have seen them in other Netflix show and movie. I was like, whoa. So that's my thought on this show. I definitely thought this was a really good show. Minus the casting, overall very interesting. And that's my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this show? If you enjoyed this review, don't watch my other reviews on other Netflix show. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.